Yo, what up guys, it's James Rico from The Real Goats, and we're gonna talk about how to write a better music video treatment. Let's get into it. For those of you who don't know what commissioners are or what they do, they're simply going out there and searching for directors or talent to help their artists get a visual, right? Put it simply, they do way more than that, but in a gist, they're looking for talent, right? And when they go request people to write for them, they're looking for all sorts of talent. They're asking maybe 10 people to write on it, right? So again, you're in a pot and you need to stand out. I think for me, there's 5 things, right? You have to first understand the artist. You have to understand the song. You have to take risks in your writing. You have to not overwrite. And then you have to make sure your treatment is very clean. When researching the artist, it's as simple as going and looking at that artist's social media. They have TikToks, they have Facebooks, they have IGs. Most people live all over their social media. So you can kind of get at least an idea of what the person's like, what they're into, the type of clothing they're into, the type of people they're into, and the things they like to do. That is a great place to start, just researching them from a social media standpoint. The next thing I would do is go look into more of the actual music videos themselves, like the things that they've created already that they put out in the world. Because whatever's on YouTube, they decided that's good enough for them to brand themselves. Whether the video is better than something that you've done or worse than something you've done, regardless, it's on their page. So you can have an understanding of what they actually like. Advice that almost every director will give you is know the song, right? I think it's like taking a step further and knowing the emotions of the song and the lyrics of the song, right? Understanding the emotion of the actual song is super important. And when you're writing, if the song has a dark feeling to it, putting something lighthearted into the writing might not work. But understanding the emotion of the song will really help brand not only that song, but that artist as well. One thing that I give advice to a lot of the Real Goats is literally play the song in Adobe. Put that thing in your Adobe Premiere and go bar by bar and just let it repeat. Play it, stop it, play it, stop it, play it, stop it. And just keep making that thing go on a loop, so where you're just listening to small sections of the song. Sometimes the artist could be performing the song so fast you can't understand everything they're saying when you first hear it. So of course you're not gonna know the full idea right off the bat. That's okay, that's pretty fucking normal in my opinion. Sometimes artists or labels or management want to know your opinion right away when it comes to what are you seeing for the song. It just doesn't work like that. Some creatives have to sit back, they have to ride to the music, they have to jog to the music, they have to run to the music, they have to go shopping and have their ear pods with the music. So it's okay to say you don't have initial ideas right now and you need to listen to the song and understand it more. It's professional, you're communicating with them. It's okay to not know right away. So listen to the lyrics. Again, throw it in your Adobe, make sure that you're playing the thing back and forth. After you understand what they're actually saying in the songs, and it could be a very random song where the lyrics are not really giving you any type of story to go off of, which is okay. But after you at least understand what they're saying in it, find key words that you feel like you can start developing ideas off of. It could be in the hook, it could be in the verse, it could be something they repeatedly say, but that is a good starting point at least for you to start developing an idea, and you don't know where it goes from there. That's a part of creativity. It just starts building. Taking risks is something that it's easier said than done, because there's millions of music videos out there, and there's been millions of people before you that have created these visuals. So it's harder to stand out over time as we keep creating more. So you're kind of wondering maybe where to look into to find new ideas, right? Well, a lot of times I turn to other forms of artwork, paintings, drawings, comics. I'll look at anime sometimes, not all the time, but I will look at it. I look at films always because I watch so much TV and film, and I think I pull a lot of my inspiration from there. Another good place to pull it is literally pull inspiration from social media. Like what is current, what is interesting to people in short form, can you expand that to long form? So don't pass up what is going on virally. You could take a small idea that someone has and develop and make it bigger in your own. The fourth thing that I would say that is very common when I read other people's treatments is the overwriting of an idea. And I am very much guilty of this myself, where I early stages stack tons and tons of ideas into one treatment. And I was like, man, this is incredible. There's no way you're gonna not fucking turn this down. And it is incredible. And I'm sure you have a lot of great ideas that you're trying to do for one video. But in reality, it's almost near impossible to get all the ideas accomplished within one day if you're the only person doing it, right? And if you aren't the only person doing it, it could be incredibly expensive to get all your ideas done in one day. And there comes a time when you start working on a higher level that there are just so many more working elements that you can't do everything that you see in your head. So people often overwrite and they just jam pack something in there and they think it's accomplishable. In terms of scenes, when you're writing your scenes out, I would say 5 to 7 scenes feel like as much as you should be playing with. Just think of it like in terms of hours. I, at minimum, give myself an hour per scene, at minimum, because I don't, and this is just an average, right? Some scenes could take 30 minutes, some could take 15, others may take an hour and a half, others may take 2 hours, one scene could take 4 hours, right? It's just a part of like what you're actually doing within the scene. Just know 5 to 7 scenes feels like a good number to kind of feel safe about accomplishing something on the day. 40 to 50 shots feel like it's accomplishable within a day when it comes to making your shot right. Because what you're gonna do, set up the shot, take a decent amount of time to do that, and you're gonna say action, you're gonna see it, and now the actual action within the frame is gonna be bothering you. The shot will look nice, but the action will bother you, right? How the artist is actually performing your action will bother you, and you're gonna have to work with that artist or that actor to get them to be more of what you see in your head. So that takes time. That's not easy to do. Easy to say, not easy to do. Very frustrating at times when you're looking at an artist and you say action and they don't do anything, or they underperform, or they overperform. It's a work in progress and it's a part of filmmaking. But you have to give yourself time for that, and you have to give yourself time to make it right. Designing a treatment is something that there are many people that struggle with it, of just getting a nice treatment. I struggled with it forever. Early stages, it was horrific what I designed, and I'm pretty sure the people that saw it weren't really sure what they were looking at. Maybe they thought it was dope, but looking back at a lot of them now, I could just judge myself and think that I looked like an amateur when I was designing them. It's pretty fucking normal too. I didn't start to get into videos and film and think I'm gonna need to learn designing as well. Now, that's just like, it feels like now when I think about it, that it's something that I should have known, but you don't know that. What's really great about design is that it goes hand in hand with filmmaking. I think what clicked for me is one day I looked at that design and I said, well shit, I know rule of thirds, I know what color palettes are, I know what good text looks like, right? And I know what good placement is within a frame. So I just started to look at my treatments in that same way. What do my backgrounds look like? What do my font look like? What does the color palette of it look like, right? What are the photos that I'm choosing look like? Do they feel strong? Am I proud of what they look like, right? There's so many issues when it comes to treatments that will eliminate you as a runner in being approved. If you're selecting an image and it looks squished or it's distorted, the aspect ratio of it is all off because you don't know how to place it properly, If your background is a black background and your text is white, I think once you designed your treatment, make sure you get feedback. Send it to somebody and ask them for really honest feedback. Does this idea look good? That's the first thing you should know. Is the idea good, right? Because if your treatment sucks in terms of design, maybe the idea is really strong. Wow, the idea feels original, but they need help with the treatment design. 90% of the time, your idea will at least push through to the next stage if your design is strong and it has good colors, photos, explanations, and your writing feels clean. Okay?
Okay, just make sure it feels very clean.
Okay, to recap, you got 5 things that you need to do before you decide to start writing. Okay? 1, you need to know your artist. Don't be lazy. 2, know the song. Don't be lazy. 3, take risks. Trust your creativity. Know what's been done. Don't try to redo it again. It's not gonna be better. It's already been done with probably more money than you have right now. Number 4, make sure you don't overwrite. Please, by all means, just keep it simple. Reduce, reduce, reduce. Lay all your ideas out and then pick your favorite ones. Not every single one is fucking great, right? Just pick your best ones and submit those. Lastly, make sure you're designing your treatment well. If you're not using InDesign, please learn it. It's okay to use Google Slides. No offense to Google Slides, but InDesign is something that you can really control how it looks. You could experiment more. You could do exactly what you do in Google Slides and 1,000 times more. So just take the time to learn it. Trust me, it'll benefit you in the long run. I hope some of these tips can help you on your next treatment. I really feel like if you just take the time, be patient, be creative, you're gonna be okay. Okay? It takes time. The process takes time. If you don't already do it, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, comment your favorite tip. If I forgot a tip that you think is good, comment below. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, just don't hit the dislike because it kind of fucks me up mentally, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for watching. Go visit therealghost.com, social medias. It's all out there. We're on the internet, people. It's 2022, about to be 2023. Bye.
Okay, now I want to see you. Arms back. Arms back. Keep sing the song. The song's popping.
Kick your leg out a little bit, Dad.
Your mama is your papa and your papa is your mama.
And lean forward.
Give it for the food in it.
Okay, hold on.
Think it to the
I love that. Good. Good. I like